M0N8NT. M0NVQ.
CQ, this is M0AUG, calling all members and friends of Pennine Ham for the Thursday evening digital night. And one or two new calls on this evening, and we'll get you in due course by going down the order on the screen. Particularly down towards the bottom there, just so you know I've not forgotten you there, Robert, M0NVQ, and used to be a chair of the Rothschild Club. Welcome to this, and we'll bring you in further down the line. We take things in order as people log on. So, we'll go to start at the top. Some people have been really connected to Savant. GCR TVB in the group, M0AUG. It was good to see you with a knowledge ball. Are you inside? I think it was from Zero TVB. Paul came to the Norbury rally on Sunday and introduced himself, so that was good. Over to you there, Jim. Are you going to stay on the net or go on to the YouTube channel? G4JVA in the group M0AG. Good evening.
Yeah, M0AUG, G4JVA. Good evening to everybody on net. And it's been a glorious day down here. I will stay on the net and let you collect all the others for the net. M0AUG, back to you.
Thanks, Jim. G4JVA in the group M0AUG. And we'll know to call you in next time now. Thank you for that. Over to Scotland Vault now, and G6MJQ in the group M0AG. Good evening, Eddie.
M0AUG, G6MJQ. Yeah, good morning. Sorry, good morning. Can't go on morning, that's evening. Yeah, good afternoon, good evening. Good afternoon to Bob there. Good evening, everybody else, I think. Yeah, glad to be back on this net again. And we've had a nice day today. It's been sunny here on the other side of the Pennines from where some of you are in West Yorkshire. So, yes, and Sylvie's birthday, my wife's birthday today. So we've been out for the day. That included theatre performance and lunch. So, yeah, no meal tonight, no cooking to do this Thursday. So, glad to be back on the net again. Back to you, Jeff. M0AUG, G6MJQ.
G6MJQ in the group M0AUG. Yes, fine with that. Plenty of this evening. And say happy birthday to Sylvia from the rest of us on the net this evening. Over to you there, Lou. G8LUU in the group M0AUG. Good evening. Nothing else from you this time around. We'll bring you in next time there, Lou. And over to you there, Nick. G4W in the group M0AUG.
M0 Eugene, the group from G4IWO. Good evening, Jeff, and good evening to everyone else. And welcome to any viewers on YouTube, either on the live stream now or later in the week when people pick up on the video we record there. Good to see everyone tonight, and I'm hoping, Jeff, that the reflector this evening is in much better shape and that it will work well. It all seems good so far. I'll give obviously a report on the next over, but a number of us, Jeff and I included, were up at the Blackpool Rally on Sunday. Very interesting day, I thought, and very enjoyable. And the club officers last night also had a meeting just to reflect on the experiences, and I'll report back on that later on. So back to you, Jeff. M0AG in the group, G4IWO.
G4IWO, Group M0AG returning. Yes, it was good. Blackpool Rally, the Norfolk Rally on Sunday, and look forward to hearing the report back from the officers there. I think it was particularly noted this year that Icon, one of the major manufacturers, actually put a stand on in the rally this year, which was a first and absolutely fantastic. I think that went down well with the public as well. On to Noel and Joni now, and to our friends Mike and Adriana. Hope all is well with you both. DL1BJW with DL8 PD Group, M0AUG. Over to you, Mike.
Delta Lima 1 Bravo Juliet Whiskey. Very good evening to all members and friends of Pennine Ham, and also all listeners there on or viewers on YouTube. Yeah, we are okay. Thank you very much. Hope the same applies to everybody listening here. And we were alerted yesterday evening via Facebook to good aurora conditions, northern lights over northern Europe and western Europe. But unfortunately, local weather was very bad. We had lots of rain and lots of clouds, of course, so nothing doing with auroras. It's a pity. It could have been very good, because the K value was very high, was over 7 plus, and this should have produced some very memorable and very viewable northern lights there. But okay, perhaps next time. Nothing from me in this over, more in the next over, and I'm passing the microphone to Delta Lima 8 Bravo Delta Tech.
Yeah, very good evening to all of you. This is Delta Lima 8 Bravo Delta Tango. Yes, as Mike said, today the weather conditions here are very poor, about 10 degrees centigrade and rain. And so yesterday in the evening there had been many clouds in the sky and so, but the day before, yes, on Tuesday and on Wednesday during the morning time up until the afternoon, there has been excellent weather here, about 20 degrees centigrade during the daytime, and we had been on Wednesday, we had been on the coast here nearby, and the weather changed very rapidly. So we made a score around harbor, and we had the possibility to sit down and have a drink there, a cup of coffee. And during this time, in about 20 minutes time, the temperature went from about 20 degrees centigrade, and in the sunshine it had been a little bit hotter, up to about 14 degrees centigrade, and it was chilly and the wind blew up. So yes, during Easter time the weather should be as it has been today. So there's no great possibility for outdoor activities, I think. So this was the weather report from northern Germany. I hand the microphone back to M0AUG for the group.
PIPT and with the L1 PJW group, M0AUG returning. I don't know why on some of the calls this evening we're getting voice announcements, and he wants us more than there, Makajana. No problem at all. It's curious as to why it's happening on some stations and not others. Okay, I don't see you there, Lou. GAKJJ in the group, M0AUG.
M0AUG and the group GAKJJ. Yes, greetings to everyone. Trust everyone's well. The weather in Nottingham has been very pleasant today. We've had 15 degrees Celsius. It's been sunny. Yesterday was very windy. I had to lower the cobweb antenna. It was blowing around quite a bit. The band conditions yesterday were very strange. We had noise levels 0 going up to S5, and it was happening very quickly. It was moving around all the time. The best DX over the week, VK2 LAT, and that was on FT8, but I didn't operate that much. More on the activities on the next over. From GAKJJ.
GAKJJ and the group M0AUG. Thanks for that, Lou, and good to have you on here this evening. I look forward to the update next time round. Right, over to the US now, and our friend Bob. I'm not sure whether it's good morning or good afternoon this time for you, Bob. So over to you in any event. M4XAT in the group, M0AUG. M0AUG with the group, November 4, X-Ray Alpha Tango. Currently it's 2:41 p.m. here, 2:41 p.m. It's overcast, but the weather has been changing. We've been having a lot of spring-like weather this week, and I have been spending a lot of time outdoors between the raindrops and the wind, trying to bury my radials while the weather's nice. I haven't laid all on top of the ground, but of course the lawn mowing people started coming a week or two ago, and if I don't get them buried, they're all going to be cut up into pieces, so I'm going to have to replace them. So I'm trying to bury them as I can as the weather holds out. As I said, the weather here is changeable daily. We had heavy winters yesterday. We had heavy winds late in the day, but then on the other hand, we had little rainstorms, and we also had some clearing where I could work outside. I haven't done a lot on Boda, but I'm still trying to get at least 9 or 10 entries a day if I can. So just to keep my name active on the list, and I am doing well with it. Back to you. Forgetting names now. Jeff, M0AUG with the group November 4 X-Ray Alpha Tango. November 4 X-Ray Alpha Tango group M0AUG today. Yeah, thanks for that, Nolan. Thanks for clarifying the time difference. I wasn't sure exactly where you were, but obviously we are 7:40 p.m., so it's about 5 hours difference from you. Reporting very motor activities and let's on. Motor seems to be something that quite a lot of people in 2 of my clubs certainly are very interested in, and quite a few activations there, and we like to help people in that direction. Over to our friend Jeff in Belgium now. Oscar November 8 November Tango in the group, M0AUG. Hope all is well with you, Jeff.
Okay. Mike 0 AUG, the group for November Tango. A very good evening or or wherever you are. We had 15 degrees today and partly overcast, sometimes a little bit of sun and then overcasted and a little bit of rain, but of not that much actually, not that much. We had some pretty good weather during the last couple of days. So not like in Germany, strangely. And interesting about the aurora, I was not aware of that, but anyway, although I saw the K-index going to 7 yesterday evening. And okay, about preparing your aerials, yeah, but I'm still making contacts. Very good. Over the weekend, I participated in the IGR, the interesse group RTTY is that, I must say, the contest, the RTTY, the contest for the interesse group RTTY, and I made 79 contacts, mostly Europe, some stateside on 15 meters in the afternoon, in the Saturday afternoon, but the conditions were not brilliant during that contest. So, yeah, it was quite difficult to work stations, but anyway, I enjoy it. More on the next over, so I put it back to you, Jeff, Mike 0 AUG, the group in 8 November Tango.
Tango, Group M0AG telling. Thanks for the update, Jeff, and we look forward to whatever's coming in next over as well. Okay, a new person on the group this evening, and welcome to Robert. M0NVQ. Robert and I met many years ago because Robert at one stage was chair of the Rochdale Amateur Radio Club, which is obviously very close to the one, which is the club has been a member of for, 35 years, I suppose. So it was good to catch up with Robert again. So over to you, M0NVQ in the group, M0AUG.
Thank you, M0AUG, Jeff. This is M0NVQ, the name's Robert. Yes, nice to meet you again on Sunday at the Narsa Valley, which I enjoyed. I'm now a member of the Gilmore and Northwest Morse Radio Club. The Gilmore and Northwest Radio Club, we meet in Redditch, just outside Stockport. We had our kickstand, and as well as operating the stand, we also went round the different other stands to have a look, and it was really good. Spent the whole day, took my wife to Blackpool, we had a meal out the night before, so that was very good. And then Tuesday night, I was in the chair for the club's 2-meter FM nets. That was Tuesday evening. The weather here has been brilliant today. Had my groceries delivered this morning. I have groceries delivered. Hangover from the COVID, but I don't see any reason why to go back to wandering around shops when you can have it delivered to the door. So that was very good. I had my car washed because it was filthy. It had a lot of sand on it from the valley, so anyway, got it jet washed off. And I've been tending to the seedlings in my greenhouse, quite a small greenhouse, and I've decided that I'm going to do something more with the garden this year, so I've got my seedlings on the go. There's been a beautiful day. It's middle of summer. And yeah, nice meeting you again, Jeff. So this is M0NVQ in sunny Oldham. Back to you, good self, M0AUG.
M0NVQ in the group, M0AUG telling. Yes, it was good to catch up again there, Robert, and I think last time we met was actually in the park in Tamlow Park, when there was a special event from the Historical Society going on there, and that's a few years ago now. Yeah, the rally was good. I mean, I thoroughly enjoyed the rally. Obviously, as you know, I was on the Pennine Ham stand, and one of my other clubs is the Thornton Cleaves Amateur Radio Society, which is the local club to Narsa. And that club in actual fact won the competition for the best club stand of the year again. So that was well received, so I was pleased about that as well. In M0OGR group, M0AG, good evening. Following this time around, we'll try next time. So, well, let's talk all this again, and Greetings to anybody who's listening up to on the YouTube channel this evening. Maybe we'll tell us if you know how many people are on there. If anybody is listening and you want to bring anything up in the meeting, just put it in the chat box and it'll be ferried down to us on the ground here, as it were, and we'll take it from there. So I shall drop the list and over to you there, Jim. C4 Julia in the group, M0AG.
G4GA, evening to everybody, and with likewise from Jeff, the IG Ritty contest at the weekend. This like all contacts the new Jeff, but they managed 130, but just one station from the States. That was all I could manage, but plenty of countries in Europe, so made it worthwhile. So looking forward to the next one. Apart from that, the weather's been really good. Was a bit windy yesterday, but looking forward to a good weekend. I can get work done in the garden, which is sadly lacking with all the weather we've been having. Just an update, GM4JKZ's Keith may be up. He's travelled down to Taunton. That he's probably still unloading a van. His daughter was moving, so he was going to try and get in. He's got his 5100 in the car, but it may be that he's been delayed. Anyway, he does send his regards if he doesn't manage to get up onto the frequency. With that, I'll pass it back to you, and so M0AUD, back to you, Jeff.
M0AG returning. Thanks for that, Jim. Yeah. Keith did in fact send me an email to let me know that he was on his way down to Somerset with the 5100 in his Volvo. So whether he'll be on this evening, I don't know. We'll just have to see from there. But if he is fine, if he isn't, he's must have been held up. Happening details there. And also, we've got apologies this evening from... Who's got apologies from? BBF, BBF, had all their beats with me on this evening. And I think there's another one somewhere. I can't just find the one just off hand. But yeah. Oh, well, Fraser was nice to be on this evening. He's got a family party with some friends. So Fraser from Denmark will be with us this evening. Over to you there, ADG6MJQ in the group. M0AG.
Yeah, I did notice that the TV7AJ, the Ruddersfield repeats on the bottom of the list. I didn't notice it earlier, so I don't know if anybody's listening there or wanting to say, oh, you'll know more about that than me. Just a idle comment from me. And what have I been doing? Well, fusion nets and what have you. But really, the thing that I enjoyed in the other weekend was the 145 Alive event on meters FM, and actually got the rig going and put out 50 watts on an internal antenna. Incidentally, Jeff, it's the multi-band mobile that I had off you. And no SWR problems or anything on 2 meters, but I really enjoyed it because it wasn't just 5973 sort of business. It was having good chats, etc. Very reminiscent of the old days, dare I say, show my age. Yeah, 1980s, late 80s, etc. Yeah, and so it wasn't run like a contest, anything like that. Just people making contact and having a chat. And one of those, one chat I had was a guy portable on Home Moss, the mast there on the hill on Home Moss, which is, I don't know, 20, not 20 miles, but 17 miles from it. Anyway, fairly close, but not real DX. And where I live here is overlooking Emley. So it was almost a tower to our tower, because of course there's the Emley mast, which we see out of our back windows. And yeah, we didn't know whether we'd like to overlook a mast, but when we moved here 3 years ago, but we've grown to love it, and it's a good weather indicator. When top is in clouds, the bottom in clouds, whether you can see it at all. If it rains, it's a bit dull over there on the moor. But yeah, I really, really enjoyed it actually. Just take a bit. Yeah, and there was a fair bit of activity. Once it ended, sort of 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I did a scan of the band, 2 meters, and it went back to its usual, or occasional signals every hour, something like that. But yeah, really good event, and I'm looking forward to the next one. I think it's monthly maybe. I'll have to look that up. But I've joined a Facebook group for 145 Alive, so yeah, that's one of my ambitions. Have a chat on 2 meters every month, at least every year, every month. Back to you, Jeff. M0AUK, G6MJQ.
G6MJQ in the group M0AG, turning out fine enough out in the multiband antenna was working for you there. Yeah, GB7HX, it is connected in default stores. But somebody actually goes on to GB7HX and diverts it to another DSAR beta, for instance. When it vanishes from our connection, it will automatically reconnect to us as soon as that conversation is finished. So that's how it works with GB7HX. We're very, very grateful to Malcolm for providing that facility. Looking at the protocols, as nobody seems to be connected there at the moment. Over to you then, for your updates, please. G4IW in the group, M0AUG.
M0AUG in the group from G4IW. Oh, yeah, thank you very much, Jeff. And we currently have 4 people watching the net tonight and listening on YouTube. I know we'll get many more during the coming week. We generally have 40 or 50 people who log on at some stage to listen to some or all of the digital net. So, hello to those people. And also hello to Robert, M0MVQ. I'm glad that, like us, Robert, you enjoyed the NASA rally and had a good day there. We were very pleased indeed at the rally on Sunday in Blackpool to welcome Steve, AA4JW, BW rather, to the stand, who came over in the first instance to help the GQRP club, but spent a long time chatting to a number of us in Pennine Ham. And as a result of that, Steve decided to become a member of Pennine Ham. So hopefully we'll be seeing him at more of our online meetings. Nick, G4OOE, also joined and paid his subs on the day up at Blackpool. So a big welcome to Nick. And Paul, 2E0IGE, just a day later, paid his money across to Rachel and is also now a fully paid up member of the club. And we've got a number of others who indicated they wish to join the club, and we've sent them the appropriate links to enable them to do so. So that was very, very good indeed. We had a review at the club meeting about the link up with the GQRP club, and we decided that was actually very positive and something that we should continue with. So more on the next over, Jeff. M0AUG in the group G4IWO.
I think it's fine. I think it certainly was a good rally, and it was very good to meet other people there, especially the guy from the US there, come over especially. Also Phil and Sandy, of course, who travelled up from down south, and when they left Albrecht, we faced a 6-hour journey back home. Quite a bit interesting with what we got on display for the CQRP, and also the GQRP, I might say very, very much in our plans for the future to coexist with them. And obviously maybe they might need some assistance if you're looking at this year. They were close to us last year, so it might be something that we can help with going forward. And yes, it was an excellent day all round. Back over to Northern Germany now with the L1 KW and PLA BET. M0AUG, over to you, Mike.
Delta Lima 1 Bravo Juliet Whiskey, yeah, thank you. Radio-wise, not so much we achieved last week, but today I had a nice contact on FT8 on 17 meters into 3 Delta 2 Alpha Juliet Tango. A special event station from Fiji Islands, and that was 50 watts from the IC7300, and believe it or not, an indoor long wire antenna, which is inside the loft here. And otherwise, we made some experiments with my KX2 from Ellicraft, using CW and 5 watts output with the AX1 public antenna from Ellicraft, which we put on a tripod and put this tripod with the antenna indoors, so inside the house, inside the living room, and try to make some contacts with it. I was too lazy to use the outside antenna HI. But believe it or not, we had some contacts on CW with the AX1, also using the special extra coil, which can be obtained for the AX1 as a plus. And we were operating on 40 meters, having contacts into Italy, Spain, Luxembourg, and other countries. And Adriana even had a real QSO on CW with Oscar Mike station from Slovakia. So that shows it's working from indoors, astonishingly, with only 5 watts CW. Of course, in SSB, that would be quite another thing. Not so positive, I expect, but CW is really, it's just brilliant. It's really brilliant. Okay, so far from my side, passing the microphone to Delta Lima 8 Bravo Delta Tango.
Yeah, this is Delta Lima 8 Bravo Delta Tango for the group. Yes, first of all, congratulations to the fabulous success of Blackpool Rally. As we saw the short video, which Ken posted on the WhatsApp group, and yes, it showed us quite interesting, especially the connection with the GQRP club is a good one, I think, and shows that this is quite a good thing to get people interested in our club. Yes, and yes, on my side, I can report I had made some tests with QMX again and CW, and especially also with a special connector. I think I had reported it last week to make FT8 with the IFTX app on the phone, and this went quite well. But during the last days, I had some problems with the tuners I used. First of all, I used the short Telegraph tuner, with which I had some difficulties in the past, but they seemed to be solved, the difficulties. But this time I had quite problems to get a correct SWR matched, and this was quite astonishing because the antenna, the NZ half wave I used, had quite good match. You had only to tune about from 2 to 1 to 1 to 1.2 or so. And the same problem occurred with the Z-match. And this was astonishing because the Z-match with the Z-match you can tune with the position, the tuning position, and in this position the SWR is always 1 to 1.1 or 1 to 1.2. And in this case, I had problems with the tuning position. Sometimes it shows 1 to 10 or so, and then I saw that there had been a problem with the socket, with the BNC socket for the antenna. It was a little bit loose. I think this came because once I used the PL cable with a connector, with a BNC connector, and while screwing this BNC connector and the PL cable inside, might be a little bit that there might be a little bit shaking also, and the screw with which it has been fixed might get a little bit loose. I think I have fixed the problem now, and I'll have to make some further tests if anything works yet. So these are my experience here. So I hand the microphone back to M0 AUG for the
BBC with the on BJW in the group M0 AUG returning. Yes, fine on that, Angela and Mike, and it's interesting we would be able to experiment with these sort of things, especially antennas that you might normally use outdoors, using them indoors, near to a window and this sort of thing. I think Eddie's had some experience on that sort of thing as well, and been quite surprised at the performance. Obviously, the problem with interchanging connectors from BNC and everything else to go with it, then that can cause problems with the connection as well if it's not secure. And obviously, the problems on that. So, well done for the input on that, and it's good that you're getting there with the CW contacts as well, Angela. Okay, back to you there, Lou. G8 KJJ in the group M0AG.
M0 AUG and the group GAKJJ. Well, first, I tried the Velcro on the DIY foot switch, and that worked a treat. So that was one problem solved, Jeff, and thanks to you for that. I've also continued investigating the Delta loop for 10 meters. Progress on that. EasyNet modeling showed that the Terra would have a 7.9 dBi gain at 25 degrees, which is better than a dipole, and it looks quite promising. And the plan is 2 cheap CB verticals as the basis for the Delta loop. And there would be 42 degrees angle between the 2 verticals, and the verticals would be
JKJJ, the group M0AG returning. You know, you've got very good audio down there, Lou, as well. It's really nice audio and nice and easy to listen to. And good that you're making progress with the various things you're experimenting with. And, yeah. And now we'll go over to Bob and see what you're up to with your pulses, etc., Bob. Pulses started to come on a bit down here, really. The Oldham Club, which I'm still a member of, after, I don't know, 40 odd years. Quite a few of the new members are in there now. In fact, starting to work with the Bolter side. And also quite a bit of enthusiasm for Bolter. And we're doing a bit of a test this weekend on one of the listeners here. So you're starting a trend, I think, really, for all of us. Over to you then, Bob, and for XAT in the group. M0AG. 0AUG with group number 4 X-ray Alpha Tango. I agree. This audio is perfect. It's perfect. I think it was probably the best one that I've heard this evening. So you're doing a good job there with whatever you're doing. I certainly enjoyed the photos and the video that were posted on WhatsApp from the Blackpool rally. And we picked up a couple of members, and I agree it's probably good to be involved with the QRP club. Also, it gives us a little more people that would know about us. Plus the fact Group M0AG. You seem to have dropped out there, Bob. Anybody else had any dropouts from Bob?
yeah, me too.
Thanks, Jeff. And for XAT in the group M0AG. You did drop out far too over there, Bob. Back to you.
He's confirmed. So I can't complain about that. Like I said, I have cut back quite a bit, but that's good. This week I did pick up another Canadian entity, so I did well there. I have 11 from England now, and then I have one from Northern Ireland, so that gives me a total of 12 for the United Kingdom. Recently, I have heard 2 Belgian stations, but I haven't been able to contact either of them. I tried, but I just couldn't get through to either of them. I heard 2 different parts in Belgium recently. In Germany, I have 7, so I'm not doing too bad there either. I'm just giving you the ones, people that I know that are on the net here this week, but I really can't complain. I do have more additions to my rewards. I have so many parts that I've worked so many times now, and of course each
next year, so you get another addition to your original award. So I'm doing well there. I probably have close to 20 different parks that I have. I think I have 21 parks that I have awards from, and one of them I have over 300 contacts with, believe it or not. So I must have a direct path to them. And I do have a photo for the Chief Jeff, enjoy UG with the group, November 4, X-ray Alpha, go. November 4, X-ray Alpha, Penguin group, M0 AG attending. Yeah, just a small drop out in the middle there, Bob, but not a problem. We're saying picked up on that, and that's what people were following. Thanks to Jeffrey Belcher for confirming. So, over to you there, Jeff. Oscar Brain Event Tango Group, M0AG.
M0AUG, the group ON8, November Tango. Yeah, Jeff, I can confirm I had the same observation with Bob's transmission. So, some dropouts there. First of all, a very warm welcome to Robert to Mike Zero NVQ. Very nice to have you here on the net, Robert. My name is Jeff, Juliet Echo Foxtrot, so it's different than the Jeff from Mike Zero AUG. And I'm between Bruges and Ghent in Belgium, so that's where I am. And okay, congratulations, Nick and Ken and Rachel and you, Jeff, for being on the Blackpool rally there together with the GPRP club. I think that's a very good idea, actually, that gives more and better visibility to the Pennine Ham club. So that was a very good idea. So very happy about that. And congratulations also, Jim, on your 130 QSOs and Ricky on the contest this weekend. Yeah, I stumbled on some stations who were making contact with you, but I could not hear you. It was on 20 meter and on 50 meter, I think. So, yeah, I could not hear you, but I heard three or four times that there was a station who was, working. So that's very good. And the 145 Alive, I think that's a brilliant idea. This is really a very good activity, although here in Belgium it is not happening for the moment. Maybe I should talk to certain people who have some influence on that. And okay, Mike, about your 3 Delta 2 on 70 meters, that's also brilliant. Taking into account the bad conditions that we have, that's, I think, a very good result. And with the indoor antenna, very good. And the Delta Loop, the plans, the photos, really would like to see them. But I'm not on Facebook, so if you could put them on WhatsApp, that would even be better. Or maybe give a presentation on the club, why not? That might be a good idea. Just a short presentation with some photos, that would be very good. And okay, maybe next Wednesday we have a Zoom session on portable operation, Jeff, and maybe some people from the Old Ham crew which are in Popa might be interested in that. So maybe it's a good idea to invite them to the Zoom session next Wednesday. My activities, I've been playing with a new HT, 2 meter 70 centimeter HT, a Victor Romeo November 76 from VGC, Victor Golf Charlie, and you can connect it via Bluetooth to your telephone, be it Android or the Apple system, the iOS. It's working brilliant, I must say. You can completely configure the HT through your smartphone. And I also decoded the slow scan TV from the ISS with it. So it can decode slow scan, it can transmit slow scan, it can decode CW, and it can transmit CW and FM, of course, yeah. It's also doing APRS, and it has a ENC module on board, which makes it possible to use, for example, the WinLink app to send your emails over the radio. So that's a brilliant thing, and I paid only 125 euro with Remo in Germany because it was a promotion. Normally it's 145. So very happy about that. And the other thing that I have, I configured my SVX link FM node to the UK SVX network, and so I can follow now with my node here in the living room over the internet, of course, and with small HD and FM HD. I still have an old PHF 7 that I use for that with 50 milliwatts, and I can just go to all the groups, to the hubnet and to all the others. So really happy about that also. I had to learn a little bit about Raspberry Pi programming and so on, but I managed. Okay, so that's the news for here for the moment, Jeff. Mike 0 AUG, the group of an 8 November Tango.
November Tango, group M0 AG, Tony. Yes, fine enough, Jeff, and thanks for all the useful information. And that's a good idea. I will actually send an email to Dave at the Oldham Club and to advise them of our Zoom meeting on Wednesday, and it could be very useful. Some of the new committee members on the club down there have got very interested in Santa and Porter, so I'll certainly do that also. Thanks for the offering in that. So, I'm coming over to Robert in a minute. So, you can see, Robert, that Pennine Ham, we've got quite a diverse audience here. We've got some people down in the south of England, some people over in Yorkshire, people in northern Germany and Belgium. We normally have Keith up in the borders and also do contacts down in Minehead and Taunton. So that's what the event's all about. I do hope you're enjoying it there. So for my own part, I no longer live in the Oldham area, but I've been a member of the Oldham Club now for 44 years, something like that. Still maintain my membership, but now we're up on the Flat Coast. So over to you there, Robert, and good to have you on this evening. M0 MVQ in the group, M0 AEG.
Thank you, M0 AUG, M0 NVQ. Robert returning. Thanks for all the best wishes, all the good wishes for people, and it's been good on the net tonight. Just wanted to mention, because I spent some time with one of the people off the Thornton Cleveland stand at the Nasa Valley. I bumped into a chap who'd been in America for a while, but I didn't actually write his call sign down. He was on the stand, and I believe the Thornton Cleveland has got the best stand award. And it would be remiss of me not to mention Heather Stanley, M6 HNS of the Gilmore Club, because the Gilmore Club, for which I'm a member, they got the best website. So it would be remiss if I didn't mention it. Jeff, I think you owe me an email, because you took my email address on Sunday, and I think you were going to send me an email about Pennine Ham. And one other thing is, I believe that Oldham Club have got a photo activation on the 27th. It's in the posting that's gone out. It doesn't say which bands or frequencies. I'm not sure. I'm on the Oldham website now, and I can't see a mention of it. But yeah, that's me for the moment. Back to your good self, Jeff, and the group from M0 NVQ.
M.
The emails will be coming from the secretary of the Pennine Club, not from me personally. And obviously that will come out to you, and appreciate your attendance there. Yeah, I can't remember the name of the call sign of the guy on the Thornton Cleavers Club stand. Thornton Cleavers is a club I'm a member of up there, obviously, because I live on the Flat Coast now. So that's a club that I've been a member of for about 10 years now. Very pleased with the idea on that. And yes, I'm Heather from Gilmore. She's an actual factor for together the Pennine group, which we'll be able to speak very shortly. So I hope you'll join us again there, Robert. It's good to have more new people coming into the group on this side. And yeah, the poster activation on the Oldham Club, I think you'll find it on the club calendar. And just indulge me for a second whilst I look on the club calendar from here. And the poster activation isn't showing on the calendar. Yes, it is. It's this coming Sunday, the club poster activation. So if you go onto the Oldham Club website and look on the calendar there and look for more information on the poster event, It's going to be at Bishop's Park, as usual, up at Greatest Bar, starting from 12 noon to 1500 there. So that's a bit of personal information for you there. So thanks for joining us this evening, Robert, and we'll see how we go one more time around. Okay there, over to you, Rowan. M0OGR, M0AG. Nothing else from morning this evening, perhaps he just other things on. So, we'll go to the top of this now. Let's start with our finals, I think, because we're now at 8:24, and it doesn't look as if Keith's coming on this evening there, Jim. Nobody else come on the bottom of the list there, and he's obviously getting his time setting up and everything. So, over to you for your finals, Jim. Good to have you on this evening. G4JBA in the group, M0AG.
Yeah, Golf 4, Juliet Bravo Alpha. Thank you, Jeff, for your report there that you could hear people working me. I was searching and bouncing, so popping around all over the place. But nice to know that you managed to pick me up. But hoped to work you one day on Ritty. Apart from that, not much else there. I'll just say I wish everybody a good weekend, and look forward to seeing everybody on Wednesday when we'll be having a talk on operating. I hope to pick up some tips because I'm looking at buying a portable rig, but I'm oscillating between various models, but we'll see what happens. So have a good week, everybody, and this is G4JBA. We'll be listening but signing. Back to you, Jeff. M0AUG to go.
G4JBA, the group M0AG. Thank you very much for that, and referring to the contact, that would be Jeff in Belgium on RTTY, not me. That's a mode I've never used, in fact. So thanks for joining us this evening, Jim. And if you are meeting up with Keith down there, then give him our best wishes if you will, please. Hope you have a reasonable journey. Over to you for your finals there, and there's it. Just before we go ahead on that one, I don't know what the issue with the reflector. Reflectors do have this. It's not just 305 there. And every now and again, it's like a computer, and that's what they are. You've got to get them reset to start it off. So after we had the problems last week, and Oldham had bigger problems on Sunday, and Darren actually reset the whole thing. And so far this evening, apart from a little bit of a dropout from Bob, which I don't think was to do with the installation, everything's been okay. G6MJQ in the group M0AG.
M0AUG, G6MJQ. I think it's the best quality net in terms of transmissions and rates in transmission that we've had. There's some weeks I've been on. It says here I haven't been around for a few weeks, but yeah, so the reset seems to do a fair job. I'm just wondering if Darren could put an auto reset in, say once a week, midnight Friday, something like that, or whenever. Might be an idea. And great on Blackpool, and well done for involving the GQRP club, of which I am a member. Also a member of Oldham Club for the last few years, and the North West Fusion Group. So, spread my activities over various organisations. But and I think I'm going to put a word in for QRP, because I think the little magazine they do, the Sprat, is brilliant. You know, with lots of techie construction projects and fixes and what have you. But for £6 a year membership, I know you're a membership as well, Ken. And I think it's cracking and great to get them involved in Blackpool, because they probably never would have done it themselves. But yeah, fantastic group, that. Well worth supporting, in my opinion. Yeah, right. And on the XLX 305, as I say, it's working all right now. And indoors antennas, the mobile verticals on a T-tray with a mag mount. Try it with Whisper FT8 or what have you, to test the propagation. You might be surprised what you can do on low power. I was. And really surprising. But then I am 75 feet above sea level here, overlooking evermore. So, what's that, 230 odd metres, something around that. So I am fairly high up, so I guess there's no surprises. Right, good net tonight, Jeff. Thanks for sharing. Some trees, everybody. Happy Easter. Have a good weekend. Take a break. Yeah, have a good Easter, everybody. Unfortunately, it's a family day on Sunday, so I'm going to miss the Oldham poacher event on Sunday. I might get a chance to have a listen, though, so I'll look that up and see where they're about to be. Right, as I say, don't treat everybody. Have a good Easter from G6MJQ. Back to you, Jeff. M0AUG, G6MJQ. G6MJQ in the group M0AUG returning. Yes, fine, I've heard it. Thanks for your contribution this evening. Dave has asked me to run the net on Sunday morning for the Oldham Club as well. So I'll be on that. And the porter is going to take part at Bishop's Park, which is just on the top of Oldham there. And you'll see the details in actual fact on the ORC website there. From 12 to 15. I can't remember what it is, or actual clock time. But there you go. If you can make it, fine. If you can't, try and put a call in. Going to tell you this evening, I'll speak to you on the net on Sunday morning. Over to you. We'll go to Mike and Adriana first of all now, because obviously I want Nick to bring up as a finale. So the L1GAW with the IBT in the group, M0AUG, over to you for your final, Mike.
D.
Jeff, do you hear me? I got some problems here.
Yes, no problem at all there. Please go ahead, Mike.
Thank you very much. I got some problem with the rig here, but now it's okay again. First of all, thank you very much, Jeff, for hosting the net and doing an excellent job as always. And thank you to all participants of the net for this lively discussion and good ideas and food for thoughts, so to speak. It was a very nice evening. Thank you to all. And wishing you all a very pleasant Easter, a good weekend coming up, and a very good start into the new week with lots of radio results and good achievements there, and of course good health. So thank you again. 73s from Delta Lima 1 Bravo Juliet Whiskey, passing the microphone to Delta Lima 8 Bravo Delta Tango.
Delta Lima 8 Bravo Delta Tango for the group. Yes, thank you, Jeff, for hosting the net, and thank you to all of you. It was quite interesting, and especially the news about the building the Delta Loop with the two verticals and the wires seemed to be very interesting, and yes, it would be quite appreciated if one could see the building instructions at Facebook or on WhatsApp or so. This would be quite nice. So happy Easter to all of you, 73 and 88 from northern Germany. Hope to meet you soon down the log or next week on Zoom or on Digital Net. Bye bye, this was Delta Lima 8 Bravo Delta Tango, handing the microphone to M0AG for the group.
DLABT with DL1 BJW in the group, M0AJ turning. Thank you, Andrew and Mike, for joining us this evening as usual, and for your input to the group. We do hope you can join us on Wednesday evening for the next presentation. Nick and Ken will be talking about portable operations there. And yes, I do agree that it was a good idea that we were running the table for GQRB, and it did create some interest in itself, and also, as you say, it brought people to the table. So thanks for joining us this evening, and look forward to seeing you on the Zoom platform on Wednesday evening. Will be. Go and see you there for your final so GAKJJ in the group, M0AG.
M0AUG and the group GAKJJ. Yes, thanks for that, Jeff. And to Jeff and Adriana, I will share the photos on Facebook and on WhatsApp if that's what's wanted. But it may take a few weeks to get to that point. As I say, I'm still in the planning stage at the moment. I'm still intending, Jeff, to follow up on the balloon activation, although, again, I've got a problem with the 77's 8/8 is in the loft on its side, not connected, and at the moment there's a 4-meter antenna in the loft, and that would need to be taken down, and getting it out of the loft at my age is not so easy. But I will have a go at that, and I don't know how effective it will be, but it'll be worth a try. Anyway, 73s to everyone. It's been a very nice evening again, and thanks to you, Jeff, for hosting the net. And I'm going to look forward to next week's net. So back to you, Jeff, and the group GAKJJ.
GAKJJ group M0AG turning. It's fine about to Lou, and look forward to catching up with you next week. And if you can make it, and there is a portable operation, then we've got the Zoom meeting on Wednesday evening as well. So I'm going to skip over Bob and Jeff in Belgium for now, and we can bring you into the finales there afterwards. So we'll go straight over now for you, Robert. Well, we've enjoyed the net this evening. We normally do have others on from all parts of the country and the world, but it's good to have you on this evening. And also, you're very welcome to join the Zoom meeting on Wednesday evening, which is all about portable operations. You can find details on the Pennine Ham Zoom channel there. I've no doubt that our Secretary Rachel will be doing a follow-up to your message on Sunday, giving us your email details, etc. M0NVQ in the group, M0AUG. M0NEG and M0AUG. from Robert at all there. So just here for winter is Imperial OGR, M0AG. So what we'll do now, we'll go over to Nick for a wrap up, and then we'll go over to Bob in the US, followed by Jeff for your finals plus your pictures. So over to you then, Nick, first of all. G4IWO in the group, M0AUG.
M0AUG in the group from G4IWO. Yeah, thank you very much, Jeff. And I can tell you that both myself and Ken are very much looking forward to having a few ideas to put into the pot amongst our members and friends of Pennine Ham in next week's meeting, along with some nice photographs, hopefully, and a few video clips too of various activities. We should be good. Yeah, it was a very, very good link up between us and GQRP. And we have also agreed to run their stand at the National Ham Fest again this year. So we're going to book Pennine Ham on the Friday again for the Ham Fest. And we're also going to take the adjacent table and run it for the GQRP club as well. And I agree with everybody. We've got a lot of members of our club, including myself and the club secretary, who are members of the GQRP club. I joined in its very, very early days. And it was very good, and we had some very, very good conversations and met some great people. Lots of other bits and pieces going on. One of the reasons for running the talk on portable operation next week is that we want to sort out 1 or 2 days for some portable and field day operations, including Ben GW4BML from the RSGB board, who's agreed to come over from Yorkshire and take part with us in one of the events and do some publicity as well, which should be very good. And the club officers last night agreed that we are going to go ahead with the production of club QSL cards for Pennine Ham, and obviously we'll make those available for those that want to have a copy. Even if they haven't worked us, we're happy to provide a copy to our members of the QSL card when we've actually produced it. So that's it. So very, very nice net. Lovely to meet Robert and everyone else on the net tonight, and looking forward to next week's meeting. Back to you, Jeff. M0AG in the group, G4IWO.
Yes, that's right, and wholeheartedly agree with the GQRP connection there. Yeah, as a member of myself, but of recent times, and not as long as you guys, but still support the GQRP. I've met George quite a few times because obviously being in Rochdale, when I was being in the Oldham Club, we used to see quite a bit of him over the years. And I did it George's view. Right, over to you there, Bob. For your final, first of all, finishing off with your picture, if you don't mind, please. November 4 actually off the table in the group, M0AG. Great to have you with us this evening, Bob. M0AG group, November 4 actually off the table. First of all, I have to agree with Lou. In 2017, we moved to a senior Senate complex, and the house is nice, I will admit, but the people that designed it, they designed it for a senior that was 55 years old, not one that was going on 90. So the loft isn't as much help to me as I would like. So in the meantime, I have to fill all of my bedroom closets with the stuff that if I were 55, I would probably have put in the loft. So the designers, they have young minds. They don't have older. So sorry, Bob, you've just dropped out there. Just try again. And 4K2 in the group, M0AG. N4XAT in the group, M0AUD. You just dropped out there, Bob. Don't buy me back, but in the meantime, I'll pass over to Jeff. Oscar November 8 November Tango in the group, M0AG.
M0AUG, the group, 08 November Tango, looking to the dashboard. Yeah, I had the same issue with Bob, so I lost him. But I'm not appearing on the dashboard, QRX. Yeah, I'm appearing on the dashboard. Okido, everything okay up till now. Okido, first of all, thank you very much, Jeff, for organizing the net. Much appreciated. And thanks also, Lee, for having some photos on your construction on also the WhatsApp group. That's or maybe on a small meeting on the Zoom session. That will be also great. And a happy Easter to everyone. And I think we are promised a little bit of good weather on this weekend. So we definitely will enjoy. The picture that I will send is a picture from the search and rescue boats here in the harbor, the small harbor of Blankenberg. They have some small search and rescue boats, and you will see the pier on the background of that. I have lived in that city, in that little harbor city for, well, maybe 10, 15 years when I was a young guy, between my 9th and my 21, something like that. So good memories about that. And the picture is coming in a minute. So QRX.
Perfect picture, thank you, Jeff. Good picture, Jeff. The only thing that didn't show up was right over the top of the N and the 8, but you don't have to resend it. The photo was fine.
Okay, thank you. And maybe it's your turn now, Bob, because we lost you again.